it's a slow day out on the ice, and so I thought I'd do a review of my Eskimo auger. I don't see a lot of these reviews, and I really looked for them when I bought mine. I bought this in the spring of 2011 and didn't get to use it till the 2012 season. So 12, 13, 14, 15, this is my 4th year using it. And I paid $369 shipped from Glenn's Outdoors, and I ended up getting the Z71, the Shark Z71, which is supposedly the biggest ice auger ever made, or made currently. Mine does have the 8-inch drill with it, though. I really like it. I've had some problems. The carburetor leaked, and it still tends to leak fuel out of the air filter if you don't keep it in this position, which is fine. That's what I do. It starts on one pull, like every time. I don't even choke it anymore. Just prime it once or twice, push the decompression button, leave the choke off, and give it a rip, and it'll start. A lot of guys flood their augers by priming them too much, and Eskimos especially, 1 or 2 is plenty to get that thing running. It cuts very quickly. I keep the blades oiled up with lithium grease or whatever I have around, WD-40, something just to keep the rust off, and so far it's held up really well. The only thing I don't like is the plastic. It's very cheap. Matter of fact, they sent me a replacement gas tank and the tabs have broken off, so that's just kind of floating in there. You can see this plastic is really cheap. That needs to be improved, but you know, Eskimos do tend to be lower priced, and I can tell you they didn't cut on the internals. The engine screams. The gearbox is very well built. Matter of fact, I think it's the best gearbox in the industry. There's no plastic. It's all metal. They have bearings instead of bushings. So you know, I believe the mechanical parts are just as good as any auger out there, if not probably better. And for the money, you know, I think it's the auger to buy. I don't like Jiffies. I'm not trying to make the Jiffy guys mad. The single gear reduction I never liked. I've seen even the older Jiffies, unless they're in absolute tip-top shape, they get stuck because they don't have the torque. They'll go down through really fast, sending shavings everywhere, but they get stuck in thicker ice, and they'll have to lift up on the auger and go back down through. And I just don't like that concept. I like double gear reduction. And I think this has a 25-to-1 ratio, and it works well. I'm going to start it up and try to drill a hole. Might be hard because I don't have anybody here with me, but so you can see it run. Alright, this probably is a good way to lose an iPhone, but it wasn't run that long ago, so I won't prime it. Yeah, it starts on the first pull cold, by the way. Choke off. I accidentally found that out. Choke off is better. Not sure why, but it seems to run better that way. So press the decompression button. Ignition switch. Make sure the vent's open, which it is. And then just give it a rip. One pull, no problem. Little big to drill with one hand, but again, great auger. I'd highly recommend it. The new ones have aluminum handles. That would be cool. Biggest thing is the cheap plastic, you know, decals falling off, but after 4 seasons of use, we got quite thick ice here, at least for Pennsylvania. I don't know, it's 15, 16, 17 inches thick. I don't know, I didn't measure it, but it feels like that, and cuts pretty quickly and reliable. So what more could you want? I give it a thumbs up. Yeah. One more thing I forgot to add. One secret to keeping these machines running well is to run only high test fuel. I run 93 octane, and I use a good quality oil with a stabilizer built in. I use Echo oil. I like Echo power products, and so I use Echo oil in this machine, and I do not use old gas. I'll put stable in it at the end of the year, and I'll let it sit that way, and then I'll drain that out when I'm ready to fill it up, and I put fresh 93 octane with Echo oil in it, and you know, starts every time first pull. So it just seems to be a good thing to do. You're not burning that much fuel. You know, a gallon could last you 20 fishing trips, which for us is a whole season, really. So don't skip on the fuel. You know, don't ruin a $350 machine over $3 in fuel. So, all right, happy shopping, happy ice fishing.